For years, I struggled with really bad colds that would turn into sinus infections. Hi, my name is Phil. I'm with Silver Fern brand. All right, so the reason that we launched Nano Spray was totally selfish, and it was because even after I did everything I could to build my immune system up, I was always freaked out that I was going to end up with my cold turning into a sinus infection, okay? That's just the truth. And so what I wanted was something to break up all the bad stuff that it would build up in my nose and my sinuses when I was sick. I wanted to break it up. I wanted to clear it out. I wanted to do it in a very effective way. And so that's where Nano Spray came from. This is not an allergy product. This is not a congestion product. I mean, in theory, whenever you're clearing stuff out, it would help restore healthy inflammatory responses. It would promote that, or whatever I'm allowed to say. So in theory, it would work really well if the cause of the congestion or the issues, the allergic type reaction issues or whatever was going on, if it was caused by a major imbalance, this would be great for it. But it's not going to address, like a lot of people want an allergy response. That's not what this is, okay? So let me explain what's going on that causes people to get a sinus infection. That may help explain why this product is really good. So when a person gets sick, what's happening is a viral invader is going into their system, okay? And this causes a mucousy inflammatory response that causes it to be really moist and nasty. You get a lot of unhealthy inflammatory responses, which makes it an amazing breeding ground for a bacterial issue, okay? So it goes from a viral issue to a bacterial issue. That forms a biofilm in the sinus area, and a biofilm and it protects these bad bacteria from being broken up and exiting. That's why your traditional sinus rinses aren't doing anything. They're not addressing the biofilm. I'm not saying they're not good. I'm not saying that. I've used them myself. I used to use them all the time. I don't have issues anymore, but I used to use them all the time. So I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not doing that at all. I'm just saying they're not going to break up the biofilm that builds up when you have a bacterial issue, okay? This stuff, the AG404, does break that up. So what I do is at the beginning of any time I'm sick, I'm starting to use this because this makes sure that nothing sets up shop in the sinuses, if you know what I mean, okay? It's helping clear everything out all the time. So if you wanted to use a sinus spray or rinse or whatever, here's my suggestion. Use that, clear out all the stuff and the gunk, and then you would use this right after that as your follow-up to break everything else up, okay? And then later on, you use your sinus rinse, your neti pot, your whatever you're doing, your whatever it is, and then you would use this again. You can use this throughout the day as much as you want. I will tell you, there's not really a limit on using this. It's not like you can overuse it or anything. If I even may be getting sick, I'm loading up on this stuff. I just do. I don't even risk it anymore. My immune system's strong. I just find that this helps reduce the possible risk of having things set up shop in my sinuses that I don't want. And I do have a deviated septum. We have another version that is being created to help with all the other stuff that you may have interest in. But this is our go-to during flu and cold season. Once again, we are not treating, curing, healing anything sinus infections because we are not allowed to do that. So we are not going to say that. What I can say is this breaks up a lot of the gunk that's in your sinus areas, and then what that does is just, we're going to say that may be beneficial to people because that's what I'm allowed to say. Okay, so you can use this a lot. You can just spray all day if you want. Heavens, I do. So you do that at the beginning of a cold, during a cold, after a cold, whatever. It works extremely well. So I hope this helps. Bye.